Oke, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Kembali lagi di vlog dan kali ini kita akan menonton. Ya, tentunya menontonnya beda lagi ya. Jadi kali ini kita akan menonton tentang hypnotis dengan judul I can beat you at rock paper scissors in 30 seconds. Jadi katanya nih orang ini bisa mengalahkan kita ya, dalam game permainan gunting batu kertas dalam waktu 30 detik. Nah, kita coba lihat aja videonya ya. Nggak tahu ini benar bekerja atau legit atau apa. Langsung saja kita ke videonya.
Here's a really good way, very quick way for you to beat somebody at rock, paper, scissors. So I'm going to try and beat you right now. This works really well if it's like 1-1 and it's a best of 3. So we're going to do rock, paper, scissors after 3. Are you ready? And I'll do this with you, see if I can beat you, okay? So 1, 2, by the way, what's your favourite food? Yeah, okay, so 1, 2, 3, rock.
Nani?
So rock, blunt, scissors, so I win. So did that work? About 80% of people, when you fry their brain by asking them a question about something else, they default to doing scissors, which means that if you do rock, you can blunt that scissors. Now, I may have got you, I may have not. Maybe you're too clever and I didn't manage to get you, or maybe I did catch you out. But like I say, this doesn't work on everyone, but if you've got like one and you want to win that one, it's a really good thing to do. All you do, ask them a question when they're not expecting it, change the subject, ask them something about themselves, very quickly count 1, 2, 3, and the brain goes, I'll just do scissors. Hope it works. If it does, subscribe and like, and if it doesn't, keep it to yourself, keep it to yourself.
Well, nggak bekerja.
Here's a really quick mind-reading trick, so do this really quickly. Think of a number between 1 and 10. Now multiply that number by 2, so double that number. Now add 8 to that number. Got the new number yet? Good. Yeah, you don't need a calculator. Now divide that number by 2, so half the number. So remember the original number you thought of? Right, take that original number away. Now you should have a number between 1 and 26, and coincidentally there are 26 numbers in the alphabet. You probably already knew that. So if your number was 1, you would associate that with the next letter in the alphabet. So A, 1 would be A, 2 would be B, 3 would be C, etc, etc, etc.
Coba kita ulang.
Here's a really quick mind-reading trick, so do this really quickly. Think of a number between 1 and 10. Now multiply that number by 2, so double that number. Now add 8 to that number. Got the new number yet? Good. Yeah, you don't need a calculator. Now divide that number by 2, so half the number. So remember the original number you thought of? Right, take that original number away. Now you should have a number between 1 and 26, and coincidentally there are 26 numbers in the alphabet. You probably already knew that. So if your number was 1, you would associate that with the next letter in the alphabet. So A, 1 would be A, 2 would be B, 3 would be C, etc, etc, etc. So now take your number and think of the letter that corresponds. Got it? So now think of a country that begins with that letter, okay? First country that comes into your mind. Now take the second letter of that country, so second letter of that country. So if the country was England, the next letter would be G, but the second letter of your country, and think of an animal that begins with that letter. Okay, got it? Good. Now, what colour is your animal? You know what you're thinking of? It's a grey elephant from Denmark, isn't it? Yeah. If I got it right, then comment and give me a like and share and subscribe if you like. If I got it wrong, just... No, keep it to yourself.
Mantap, berhasil yang kedua nih. Lanjut ke yang ketiga.
Have you ever wondered, could I be hypnotized? Am I the sort of person that's susceptible to mind control? Well, it's not mind control, it's just thinking about things. And sometimes the things we think about are the things that happen. And I can show you this right now. So if you want to try something, all you need to do is get your hands, put your hands together like this, and clasp them together like that. Now take your index fingers and put them parallel. So keep them in front of you and keep them parallel. Now we're going to have our eyes open the whole way through this, but I'm going to suggest something to you and see how open you are to that suggestion. So keep your fingers parallel and just focus your eyes just on that gap between the two fingers. Just focus your eyes really strongly on the gap. And as you do that, imagine that the ends of your fingers are like magnets. And those magnets are starting to draw your fingers together closer and closer and closer. And the magnets are getting stronger and stronger with every second. And the more that you imagine that the magnets are pulling your fingers together, the stronger they become until your fingers can get closer and closer. And the closer they get, the more likely they are to touch. And if they are moving, if they're closing together, that can show you how susceptible you are. If they're not moving, maybe that's because you're trying really hard to make it not happen. But even so, imagine, keep focusing, keep imagining that those magnets are pulling them together. And if they're not, imagine now that I'm there and I'm pulling a thread around the two fingers. And as I pull the thread, it pulls the two fingers together closer and closer and closer. And it'll be interesting to see whether your fingers touched and how open you were just to that suggestion with your eyes open. You can subscribe for lots more videos, and there's lots more information and a free relaxation MP3 as well on my website, www.
Boleh juga nih. Jadi cukup sekian dari video ini, video hypnotize ini. Jangan lupa ini baru part 1, nanti ada part 2-nya. Jangan lupa nonton video sebelumnya dan juga video berikutnya. Terima kasih. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.